chose the St. Matthew Passion because it's one of the greatest works ever written, and because in my own life as a singer, I've been fortunate enough to sing it about 15 times in different professional settings, mostly in New York, and those were the absolute high point of my own performing experience. It's such a deeply expressive piece. It encapsulates all human emotions in various ways.
Every year we've done one of these major works, and every year they're incredible, but this year has been the most challenging, I think. The most challenging major work that we've done so far, and it's been incredibly rewarding just to work through it incrementally and see how it changes as we make progress, and how much better it feels once you get the notes down and you can start putting emotion into the music.
My previous singing experience before being in the chorus was actually at my church, and I've been singing there since I was in 3rd grade. So a lot of religious music is Baroque music, like the Bach. So having sung there for so long, a lot of the stuff that I was singing was really similar and like familiar, which is nice. It's nice to pull out something that you recognize and enjoy singing. But the Bach is so new and interesting to me, and like it's so long, so it's a lot of like learning new things and really challenging myself, and it's exciting to sort of like work through a piece that I've never seen before.
As a former opera student who's performed works of Vivaldi and Handel in the past, I love how I can find stylistic comparisons between the two pieces and apply the techniques that I learned in the past to this new work.
This is my first time being in a choir, and I think it's really cool that we get to jump into such a big work of art, especially considering that I grew up in church and that the crucifixion of Christ means a lot to me personally. So I like the aspect of not only working on a really famous and beautiful piece of music, but also that it ties into my religious background and that I can relate on it on a more spiritual level.
So it's really interesting in the Turba chorus because we get to play different characters to help elaborate on this narrative. So we play the disciples helping Jesus, and then we play the crowd roaring for crucifixion, and then we play the priests who are really pompous and mighty.
And finally, a number of large-scale choruses serve as capstones for the religious experience of the entire St. Matthew's Passion.
It's going to be an amazing learning experience for our students to perform with players who are really deeply versed in this kind of music, but also for our audience to hear the music very much as Bach might have heard it himself.
So I got into the glorious second semester, and sitting down for the very first time in Sage Chapel with this new group, I was handed a folder of music that everyone had already learned, and The Passion, which was a book about this big. I've frequently passed it as a textbook, and I was just sitting there in awe that by the end of this semester we would have the privilege of going through that entire book in one sitting and just performing it. It's a humbling experience, really.